So Carolyn has some words, and I think everyone would do well to listen carefully to Carolyn's words tonight.
First of all, I wanted to say I never thought I'd live this long and that I could enjoy being at the 60th anniversary of St. Timothy's. It was a real honor and a pleasure for me to be here tonight. And thanks to my wonderful daughter and her husband to see that I got here. So I have to thank them. They did everything to get me here. But I wanted to share a little story with you. When we first moved to Raleigh in 1956, we started right away with building a church on Six Forks Road, which at that time was a little country road way out in the county. And we were in the new building, and my husband came to me one day and he said, I would like to have a school, because we come from Memphis where we were affiliated with a parish school. And he said, will you help me? And I said, sure, I'll help you. So we went around the neighborhood. The rectory was in Drury Hills, and we went in Drury Hills and surrounding neighborhoods and interviewed different parents and let them know about our dream and our vision. And we gathered 16 little children. And we fixed up the room, and we got the furniture, the toys, and all the things you need. And he procured a teacher. Well, this was fun. But about mid-August of 1958, school was starting back those days after Labor Day. He came home one day very depressed. And I said, what's wrong? He said, I've lost my teacher. She said, she couldn't come out here this far and teach because her clientele couldn't drive out this far in the country on Six Forks Road. And she said, I don't think you'll ever make a go of this school. So he said, I had taught kindergarten in Memphis and had helped there. So he said, Carolyn, will you help me out? And I said, sure, I'll help you out. And so I stayed 33 years. And it was the vision that he had that came true. Because St. Timothy's is everything that we wanted it to be, and it was his dream. And we worked hard. It was a good academic school, and still is. And you may not realize it, but it was the first private independent day school to be accredited by SACS. That is Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. And that was the most exciting thing that year for us. But anyway, we worked hard, but we played too. We had fun. So back in the early 70s, and the school was still fairly small, it was bad winter, kind of like we had this year. And the children were having kind of midwinter doldrums. They were kind of down and, didn't feel happy. So George said, let's do something to perk them up. So he engaged a movie theater in Midtown on Glenwood Avenue and got buses. And of course, our wonderful parents always helped us, and the faculty. And off we went, and down to see Mary Poppins. But of course, they didn't get to forget reading and math, because they always had that, regardless of what fun we had. But anyway, there were fun times, there were sad times, and there were hard times. But we always just pursued and hoped the dream would continue. And thanks to each one of you for supporting St. Timothy's, because you kept keeping the dream alive. And it's a wonderful school, don't you think? It's the best thing.